So that was weird. Hello, this is Carrie O'Donnell from Tarot Soul Writer. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please go to my webpage, tarotsoulwriter.com, press book a reading, and guess what? You are going to notice something new here on that page. The first is a set of traditional soul writing readings that you can sign up for, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 1 hour. Starting on November 1st, for anyone who has an appointment already and anyone who will be making an appointment in the future, you will receive a copy of the soul writing session in writing so you can reflect upon that in the future. And some of you might be thinking, well, that's all well and good, but I don't really care about the soul writing session. Sometimes I just want to do a tarot card reading. I have some questions. I want some answers. I don't want to pay a lot of money for a lot of fluff. So this new reading is for you. If you just want a straight up tarot card reading, you can get a 30-minute session at a very reasonable price. Press down below where it says new tarot card reading, book a session, but only 30 minutes for this. You have 30 minutes to ask as many questions as you want. I will lay out the cards. I will get out the answers to you. No fuss, no muss, but only in 30-minute blocks to give many people the opportunity to read with me. You will also notice if you press the button for my tarot soul writing classes that the summer session ends this week. So right now you can no longer sign up for tarot soul writing classes. I am going to take the fall off in the winter time. Once I finish the 2025 readings, we will reassess where we are with the tarot soul writing classes. I have a lot of great soul writers out there right now. It was awesome meeting you and reading with you. I hope that we can integrate soul writing groups into possibly a YouTube membership format. It's something that I'm working on. I just need some time to figure out the logistics of what that would look like. So stay tuned. Also, you will notice a change to Spilling the Tea, our live political and current event show with Cindy. Because our schedules are a little wonky this fall, we have changed the time to 2 p.m. and we have decided to meet only once a month to do this show, either the first or second week in the month. Our next show will be Wednesday, October 9th at 2 p.m. Please come with your political and current event questions. If you want to be reminded when this show is coming up, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know when I'm on and when my next show is. Lots of changes here for Tarot Soul Writer, but the purpose of the changes are to create space in my schedule so that I can create more content here on YouTube, which is actually something that I really want to do. That's the part that I really enjoy the most. And it seems like that's the part that was going on the back burner for a while. And that was causing me a little bit of frustration. And I know for those of you who enjoy seeing my videos coming up on a regular basis, it may have caused some frustration as well. This should all even itself out as we move into the new year. And 2025 predictions will begin. I've already started a reflection on my 2024 videos. After Christmas, those should begin to post, and you will start seeing the new 2025 videos and my predictions for the coming year. So enough of the commercials. There was just so much to talk about. This video is about Loomer. Yeah, when she popped up, it was a little weird. She kind of gives me the creeps. She looks like a mad clown. That's just my opinion. I will tell you that everything that came up in the soul writing session about Laura and Trump and Melania Trump are all for entertainment purposes only. Can't stress that enough because some very interesting things came out. Now, I had a lot of questions for Spirit as I moved into the soul writing session. I was asking things like, what is the nature of this relationship between Laura and Donald? What is Laura's motives with Trump? What does she really want for him and from this whole situation? What effect will she have on Trump and his campaign moving forward? And just for fun, I looked at Melania, her inner thought pattern, because the truth is, if this was a normal relationship and he was being inappropriate in public with another woman, the average wife would be like, what is going on? So I'm just curious. I mean, we all know that Melania isn't the average wife. And I really wanted to know what was going on in her head during this situation. So let's start with the beginning of the soul writing session and kind of broke this down in sections based on the information that came through. The first bit of information is about Donald. He manipulates politics through power and money, deliberately flaunting and crass behavior. My finances are sluggish. I have money worries. I am frustrated. I am overwhelmed. I am weak, stench, deformed. And that's when I saw an interesting image. I saw this image from an episode of The Twilight Zone. I think it was from the late 1950s, called In the Eye of the Beholder. And in that episode, this very beautiful woman is going through a surgical procedure because she is considered like the elephant man. Like, she's completely ugly based on the people who are trying to fix her deformities. But at the end, we realize they all have deformed pig-looking faces. They're the deformed ones, but they think this beautiful woman is the one who is deformed. So hence, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I thought that was interesting that Spirit was showing me that. Maybe this has to do with Laura's attraction to him. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We see someone who's deformed. We smell the stench, but she sees things differently. Also, I kind of feel like Laura and many of the other Trump women are also what I would consider looking deformed. Surgery and Botox and things that they're doing to their face and their hair that makes them look clown-like. And I do get sort of a clown deformed vision of what they think is beautiful. So maybe that's part of this as well. Then I got information on Laura. She is attracted to the corrupt man. She is flamboyant, ostentatious, exploitive. Like attracts like. She is a seductress, a vamp. She sings her siren song. She withholds favor to get what she wants, creating a fantasy. And then I got an image from Spirit that made me feel like the abuse of substances were involved with this. So I don't know if there are substances involved when she is together with him, or if she uses that to gain favor. I'm not really sure what they meant by that, but I did get my symbol for substances. Merging physically, you are vulnerable to spirit attachments. And I heard that as if someone was warning them. And that's when I heard her voice say, I have no illusions. I don't feel anything. Nobody will take advantage of me. And then this voice, the voice of Spirit, says, ah, vampire. She drinks the psychic energy of others for self-sustenance. I use sexuality to get what I want, she says. Self-serving. She falls into the clutches of her demon lover. So that was weird. It was as if she was having this devil angel conversation, as if being with Donald Trump was a moment in which she sells her soul. It's very interesting. And I love they had called her a vamp, but then that vamp turns to vampire. So there is something about what she wants here. It's as if she needs to use him to attach herself to him like a parasite to get the attention that he has or the energy that he has. It's very weird and very sick. The couple, dishonor, corruption. It is immoral, a scandal. There is overindulgence, addictive disorders. I feel empty. They are codependent. Things have changed. The final results are now difficult to predict. I'm embracing Lady Luck. Maybe she is the change for the better. Pivot. I will not accept my fate. This is a gamble. Then I got social activities, life speeding up, promoting, networking, spreading information via the media. Such a chance encounter. I was in the right place at the right time. We are winning. Okay, so that was, again, a little strange. You have Donald who is embracing this relationship. He feels it's a chance encounter. He considers her luck, like, oh my God, I'm so lucky. I ran into her and there's something that he's attracted to, and maybe she's the thing that we can pivot this whole thing through the media and through what we're doing. But really, Spirit was saying they were very codependent, and there's something addictive here. Now, I just talked about substances. That could be part of their relationship, but there could also be something very addictive about their connection with one another. It's like what we crave from one another. That's when I asked about Melania. And the first thing I get in Melania's voice is, he is so immature, unbelievable.
Hello, bozo.
It was like she was exasperated, like, what a moron. Like, that's the feeling I was getting from her. Leave it to him to do something so moronic. And then I heard her voice say, I am realistic. I approach the situation with common sense. I'm paying attention to what is mine, my possessions. She is applying for the job. I collect the facts, the data. I watch. This is work. So this section, I found some humor in it because first she's like, he's a complete idiot. Then she's like, oh my God, she's like applying for the job, implying that her position is a job. She goes on to say, like, what is she, nuts? This is hard work, watching him. There was a sense. I heard the word watch. This is what I do. I collect data and facts on this guy, and I watch him. So for entertainment purposes only, but it felt like she was a spy. That's what I was getting. And she's like, oh my God, this chick is applying for my job. And then it was like, aha. This can be an opportunity to overturn previous plans and arrangements. You have been dishonest, overt manipulation. I can come out in the open, make restitution. And so the next phase, she goes into attack mode. And it's like, wait a minute, there's a contract here. I didn't break my contract. You did. And so I can overt manipulation. That's being aggressive, saying, I will come out in the open, she said. So maybe she will come out as the wife who has been scorned, or maybe she comes out in the open with some of Trump's secrets or what this arrangement is. She has something on the Donald. And she's like, if you don't want me to do that, then you make restitution. You give me something for my hurt and my pain and my suffering. So she's going to wheel and deal. There's a sense here that they're having a meeting with one another. And then he asked the question, can we train another in covert skills? I think he wants her to train Laura to be the new Melania. Can she do this job? Can she be part of this? And Melania says, she is liable to steal or betray to get what she wants. She is taking advantage of you. You put yourself at risk. And then I heard the word slander. So he doesn't look good. And she doesn't trust her at all. Then she says, events have been set in motion. The three of us must come together. Overseas business long-term plans, high risk. I don't want to get caught. Now, this is very interesting because it involves me interpreting who are the three. The three of us must come together. My first feeling was, oh, she means Laura, Trump, and myself. We must come together. Except for the next line is overseas business. Does she mean Putin, Trump, and Melania? Is there a business meeting that they need to have? Or is it about the three of them, Laura, Trump, and Melania, who need to come together to figure out how they're going to do business? But they did say overseas business. And the fact that she says, I don't want to get caught, makes me feel like she doesn't feel like this meeting might be the best idea. So there is some sense that there's a third party involved somewhere. Then she says, I'm going to seize this opportunity, leave the country. I'll handle business from afar. I have been released from imprisonment. Now I can be honest and express myself freely. I have a cool head, doing the right thing at the right moment. This is my opportunity. So in short, I think Melania is seeing this as an opportunity to get out of this contract with Trump. I feel this is a contract, and I feel like this isn't just a regular marriage contract. I feel like this is a business arrangement, and someone overseas may be involved in the arrangement. I also feel like she's some sort of spy. She's part of watching him and accumulating data and information for a third party. She does not trust Laura to take her place in this job, but somehow Trump wants her to be part of this. He's a little delusional. Then I got Republican Party and donors. Why are you playing when there is work to be done? I'm not cooperating, he says. She is eating away at you, dwindling any hope of happiness in the White House. Then I got support is withdrawn. He is excluded from the inner circle. He is blackballed. Theft. So the Republican Party, there is an element, an inner circle, as they say, that still has some power and strength. Maybe Trump feels like he controls that part of the Republican Party completely, but they seem to turn their back on him because of Laura Loomer. They're like, you're not winning the White House because of this girl. Why are you out there partying with her and doing whatever, shenanigans, when we need to be focused on the business ahead? You need to be campaigning. You need to be out there doing the work. A lot of people are going to turn their back. And I felt like that was donors as well. Then I got the election. I see an accident or a fall. It was Trump that was falling, and they said the word accident. Now, I don't know if this is a metaphor or if it's literal. Like, I actually don't know. I think based on what's coming in the rest of the soul writing, it could be both. There is a possibility that they mean literally, that he has an accident. Hits his head, trips, falls, in some way is incapacitated. It's a very real possibility. However, because they said election and I see a fall, it could be a metaphor for he is falling. This is where we all see him fall. By trying to escape his fate, they say, he walks towards it. Oh no, a storm is coming. Anxiousness, nerves, fear. Burn it down. Explosion, rage. This is an injustice. Rebellious. So this part can be concerning. I don't want you to be too freaked out, because I don't feel like this is going to be something that huge. It's not going to be like a January 6th. But I do get a sense of him not winning the election. There's a fall, either literal or figurative. The storm that's coming, I think those are his legal issues that he was holding back. You lost. The storm is coming. It's happening. Now what are you going to do? And that's where he's anxious and nervous and afraid. And that's when he goes wild, burn it all down. He's probably going to incite some sort of rebellious behavior in certain pockets. I do feel like these are small bursts, but I think he is going to be caught inciting this kind of behavior with his rage because he's just not being in control at all. Then I heard The Art of War, which is an ancient text, an ancient Chinese text, but I also felt like it was a play on the art of the deal as well. So they did say the art of war, strategic. This is a major karmic battle. What is my next move? Where should I put my resources? His shadow is revealed for all to see. This is reality. So I feel like in that part, he's showing his ass in some way. And even though he's being strategic, there's some sort of karmic battle here in the United States between what he represents and what we can be as a nation. And somewhere in the middle, his ugliness, his shadow side, and maybe that has to do with this burn it all down, explosion, rage. Maybe he is caught. That's the sense I get, that he's caught red-handed, like saying directly or doing this directly so that we know exactly who he is. There's also a possibility that other information about him comes out after the election. Whatever this is, his ugliness, it's out there and everyone sees it. And that's why they said, this is reality. This is who he is. Then I wrote, he hides. There will be tears. This is a great tragedy. This is the sad reality of the situation. Scary things do lie ahead. The path to balance, love, and power isn't easy or sure. Your low self-esteem undermines your authority. Really, you surrender. Stop saying it doesn't matter. It does. Shame is an overwhelming sense that you are not good enough. In this section, I really feel like the voice of spirit is telling the moral tale here at the end, talking to Trump and his supporters. They say he hides. I don't know if that means he tries to escape or he just tries to hide from the public. I think the tears and people saying this is a great tragedy are those of his cult. But it's the spirit voice that's saying, this is the sad reality of the situation. This is the consequences of his actions. It's not a great tragedy. It's the consequence of his actions. That's the sense I felt when they said that. Scary things do lie ahead for him and for anyone who went along with breaking the law. Then there's that little dig at his self-esteem, sort of the moral tale. Shame is an overwhelming sense that you are not good enough. So there is a sense that if Trump isn't feeling shame, his followers or some of his followers may be feeling shame for following him. An interesting time when Trump is exposed psychologically. And the last line, and this is for entertainment purposes only, I got Trump declines and all is revealed within a year's time. That's a pretty heavy line. Trump declines and within a year's time. So within a year of the election, so by next fall, it seems like he might not be here. But it always starts with a decline. We see the decline. Then he's gone. And it's going to happen very quickly after the election. I feel like that's when you're going to really see the decline. This reading started out being about Laura, tongue-in-cheek. What's the nature of their relationship? What does Melania think? Can we have some gossip? And I feel like the reading turned into the beginning of his end. That this woman, Laura, signifies a catalyst towards his ending. And it is a tragedy. It's a tragedy for all of us to witness. It's like a great Greek tragedy, and hubris brings him down. And we witness it all. Being with Laura Loomer is a gamble. They said it, but he spun the wheel. Lady Luck, he said. Maybe she's my Lady Luck. But in fact, she isn't. She's the opposite of that. Melania doesn't care. This is her out. She's probably ecstatic at the end. And she's savvy. And she's smart. And she's in control. And she's going to get out of this pretty much unscathed. But he will be the one to fall. And that is my reading on Laura Loomer, Trump, and Melania. Very interesting times we're living in. I want you to buckle your seatbelts because I feel like October is going to be a rocky ride. You want to check out some of the things I was feeling, please go to my October 2024 predictions. And I will come back to try to do some more readings and some of the happenings as they emerge in October. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with all your friends. It is always a pleasure reading for you. And don't forget to vote. Bye-bye.
Hello, Bozo.